Disney's latest, and Zootopia is a mammal metropolis that gets its first bunny police officer, and she doesn't quite get the respect she deserves until she starts investigating a case of some missing animals. Take a look.
All right, everybody sit. I've got 3 items on the docket. First, we need to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Francine, happy birthday.
Always incredible seeing what they do with the animation.
Yeah.
Okay, break down the cast. Who are the voices behind some of these characters?
Well, you heard the great Idris Elba there as the police chief. You got Jennifer Goodwin leading the way as the main character from Once Upon a Time. Jason Bateman as well. And I mean, look at the animation. It's gorgeous. It's breathtaking production design. The 3D was actually very effective. And what I loved about this movie, Riaz, was that it had a great message wrapped up into a kid's flick. This thing examines everything from racism, equality, prejudice, law enforcement tactics. So a lot of social matters that are very front and center right now in our culture, cleverly masked by a kid's animated film, sort of like Animal Farm in a way. So there was a satirical aspect to it as well. The story itself is also a nod to classic film noir and police procedurals like Chinatown. So it's really a detective story at its center.
And we saw a quick glimpse of Peter Moosebridge in here. What do you think of Peter Moosebridge making his debut on the big screen in this movie?
He does a great job as the anchor, Peter Moosebridge, of course, and he's letting the people of Zootopia, the animals of Zootopia, know about a very important story that they should know about. The runtime is a bit longer than your average animated flick, so I kind of felt that at times, and the middle gets a little bit repetitive. I will stop short of calling it a classic, but it's an excellent film, and it's much more sophisticated than Frozen. That being said, I would say the really little kids may be a little bored with this one, but the adults and the older kids are just going to soak up every ounce of the story. It's balanced so well with humor and heart, so this is another home run for Zootopia, and I think we'll finally see Deadpool get knocked off #1.
Ooh, how many hammers?
4 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gerald Butler bouncing back in the next one here. London Has Fallen.
All right, so 3 years ago we had Olympus Has Fallen. This time, across the pond, the Prime Minister of England has mysteriously died, so his funeral is being held in London. So all the states and the people in charge and all the elders and things like that are gathering for the funeral, and then terrorists decide to attack. Every landmark in London you can think of gets destroyed, and this is Gerard Butler trying to save POTUS once again, played by Aaron Eckhart. And yeah, I mean, it's got this Independence Day style kind of carnage that you see, which I thought was just exploitative. They're even calling this movie terror-sploitation. It's like a new genre of film, but I just thought it was so xenophobic, utterly joyless. It had a terrible script as well, and you've got thespians like Morgan Freeman saying things like, he's responsible for more deaths than the plague, and the shoddy CGI just was unconvincing, so this was an utter mess. I'll give it, maybe a couple of points for the action. Other than that, forgettable.
How many hammers?
1 out of 5.
So it did get one on the radar.
I'll give it 1. Yeah.
Okay.